Previamente en la vida de Trevor.
Yesterday, Bonita and I drove out to the desert to try to escape the Walmart people, but unfortunately, the road was blocked off. Having nowhere else to go, and realizing that I was out of socks, I had to return back to civilization so I could do some laundry. Usually when I go to the laundry hamper, I usually just end up packing just a big container of Tide Pods. I leave it inside of my military surplus duffel bag, kind of stuff this in. I actually thought these would melt in the heat, but I've had these ever since I was in Midland, Texas, and it was 100+ degrees outside, and these things don't melt. Turns out what actually melts them is water, so as long as they don't get wet, they're fine. And I've had these forever. I haven't even had a single pouch break once. After that, I just make sure I save coins and stuff. Anytime I buy something with cash, if there's quarters or coins left over, I just keep those in a little pouch. I actually had an even better pouch with coins in it, but that magically disappeared somehow and I haven't found it yet. But it was a pretty empty pouch, so it works out. This is a really cool part. This is my suitcase. It looked big, but it is carry-on size. There we go, now it looks small. I fit all of my clothes in here. I even still have clothes in here. It doesn't seem possible, but there is a trick to do it. Let me show you. This one doesn't extend. I've seen this kind that have like a second zipper to help it stretch out. This one doesn't do that. So everything you fit in, you really have to cram in here. I was down to one pair of shorts, but this is how I fit everything in. Let's start with the biggest item first, the jeans. Denim. This is how you would typically fold it, into a little square. It doesn't work. Not for this at least. That's what you really want to do. You take the denim, you're gonna want to roll it up as tight as possible. After that, you get this, move back on over here, you stick it in there, boom, snug fit. We're gonna do this with the rest of it. All right, just like that, you can fit all of your pants in here, nice and snug. When we move on to the shirt part, this one's a little more complicated, but I buy these pouches here. That way I can really organize it a lot better. I got these at Walmart. My aunt actually told me about these. It really helps you cram stuff in there because these zip up. These were $1, but you can find some really nice ones on Amazon. Fold the sleeves in, fold it in half, and then you just roll it tight. I like to roll it facing outward so I can get an idea of what the shirt I'm gonna wear. After that, you just take your little zip up bag here, zip it a little, you're gonna stuff it in there. Things start getting a little less complicated after this. Underwear's pretty easy. You take the bag, you put them in at the end. Now we're moving on to my least favorite part of all of this, socks. Why socks? Because every single sock is different and you have to mix and match them, and it's a very tedious process. But once you do that, I have this that has two sides of zippers on it so I can really stuff them all in there. And sometimes I'll organize it like the longer socks go on one side and then shorter socks go on the other side, or even sometimes like winter socks and then just regular sport socks. So these socks are the only bag that I do not put inside of the suitcase. Reason being is because I already have so much stuff in there I can't fit it in, and also it's a lot easier for me to get it out later. So I usually just have that next to me. So every morning if I need to change my socks I can. This is the fun part though. Since I crammed so much stuff in here, it is a very tight squeeze now. But we can still squeeze it through. Add a little bit of pressure. It's all tucked in, and boom. And that is how I fit all my clothes inside of a carry-on. Tight squeeze, but it takes up a lot less space, and they are tightly packed. I do not care who you are. That is a lot of work. The laundry, the whole process, it does take a lot of time. It's very tedious and time consuming. I think it's the suckiest part. It's very boring. It's not exciting. It's a chore. And chores aren't fun. But it needs to be done. Something that has to happen. Welcome to being an adult, I guess. Out salmon and rice. If I was gonna be completely honest, I really didn't feel like cooking today, but I need to start eating some of this food, and salmon's good for you and tastes good. In case anyone was curious, this is why I don't really enjoy cooking. Call it lazy, but I'm not a fan of cleaning up after I'm done. And I don't really get the choice. I can't just leave it in the sink and then do it later tonight. So every time I cook, I have to do dishes. There is no doing it, leaving a few in the sink, and then finishing it like in the morning or whatever. It's gotta be done. And it kinda sucks. One of the cool things about cooking with water, like boiled water and stuff, is you can use it for dishes afterward, and it actually works even better than cold water because it gets grease and stuff off, so that's a cool bonus. When I'm done with the dishes, I usually lay them on here. This is my drying rag. That way I can just kind of dry them off from there and put them where they go. After all that's over, it's just time to pack up camp. After a long day of doing whatever, usually end up sitting down and editing videos. Found out that the coffee shops here they're not great. A lot of them are not good at all, actually. Usually I'll go to coffee shops because they're usually better than Starbucks. These coffee shops here make Starbucks taste like it's the best coffee shop ever. There's like a level I have for coffee shops. So for coffee in general, it's like store-bought coffee. It's like Guavala and stuff. That's like the mud water. That's down here. And then like after that we have like, it's like homemade coffee. Like maybe it's a coffee shop that makes it. but it's like right here because it tastes almost just as good as just store-bought coffee, so it's eh. Then we have Starbucks. That's the intermediate stuff. That's the stuff that like the coffee has flavor, but it might be a little burnt. It might be a little like strong roast. I definitely think Starbucks has a more robust taste. All of them are darker roast. And then we have like the top tier. Now these are the coffee shops. This is like the Silver Grizzly level stuff. That's when it's like sweet tasting. You can actually like taste notes of different, you know, fruity flavors. The lighter roast of like the premium stuff. That's the good stuff. That's the stuff when I have people tell me like, why don't you drink black coffee? But you say you're connoisseur, and connoisseurs drink black coffee. Well, when the coffee tastes like crap, I gotta add some sugar and cream to it to make the crap taste better. But when the coffee tastes like coffee, I can drink that stuff black. Last time I think I drank a coffee black was actually that coffee shop where the last time Sean and I were together. That coffee was pretty good. It really wasn't that bad. I actually liked it. But every other coffee shop here has been crap. Literal mud water. Cool life hack for you guys. I found out, I didn't used to know about this, and I think a lot of other people don't know about this. So there's a little life hack for you. Now that Starbucks are opening back up again, you know your favorite iced coffees or your favorite I guess regular coffees, or just even the cold brew, like the nitros, all that stuff. Little secret. This is a secret now. Starbucks doesn't want you to know this, but I'm gonna tell you guys because it's still a fact. They offer free refills. Yeah.
It's free real estate.
I've had 3 of these